Yo, 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 yo. Are we on? I think we're on. How do you like my shirt, guys? How do you like my shirt? I like it. I wear this shirt all the time. um, yeah, I'm gonna be animating a shot today. Well, continuing with the animation of a shot. And let me just check that it's up and running. And then I'll get started. I'll start drawing. Yeah, we're on. And I'm gonna share this. Why not? Share it to my Discord. Maybe someone from Discord will want to see. Live streaming. Here we go. Cue the royalty-free music. Is that too loud? Let me see. All right. Let's do this. I don't know. I think this frame where he's puking up blood is a little bit too. There's a bit too much blood. I mean, I think if we go too far with that, I mean, obviously this frame is just it's so wrong, but I did it really fast, and I zoomed out like here, just doing it real quick. So now I'm gonna tidy it up a bit. I think more like just a little bit of blood. Gonna be making lots of faces here because when I'm drawing a face, I gotta make the face myself. I mean, in real life, and that helps me to draw it. It's got this kind of nose profile. Comes right off the forehead. Goes down a bit lower. Lip. And the other side of the cheek. Let's see a bit. Like that. Maybe it's not stretched enough actually. Like that. You've got to remember it's a jaw, and the jaw is a hinge, and the hinge is open. I'm telling myself that. I don't know. It'd just be like here at the bottom. Let me see. Now I've gone too little. This is ridiculous. It's a grim scene. Not a good day at the office for this guy. Luckily he's fictional, so I think he'll get over it. I've also been moving him around, so I gotta check here that it goes all the way to the bottom. Done next week. I wish. I still kid myself. I still fool myself into thinking that it's gonna be shorter and less work than it actually is. But I think that's like a survival technique, you know, like as an animator, you gotta just you gotta delude yourself a little bit, and pretend like, especially when you're in the beginning of a project, you've got to pretend like it's not gonna be a huge burden. Not a burden, but like it's gonna take a lot of grit to get to the finish line. You have to be like, no, it's fine. I'll be done with it in a week, maybe a month. Nice and tidy, nice and easy. Bit of a weird head. I did these really fast the other night, like the last thing I did before I went to bed, and I just went like, and now I'm facing the consequences of that. Come back the next morning, and then I'm like, oh, that's what I did. What was I gonna do first though? Well, I kind of like the timing that's going on there. It's not realistic timing, but it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this one is going to be slow again. So it's like a lot of things quick, and then you know, you want to slow it down, stretch that timing out for some of the things. Like I think here when it's falling, this kick is obviously supposed to be faster. Yeah. And then here I can put I can really push a frame right here, maybe arm fully back, like that. See what that does. Oh yeah. I think Miyazaki said it in a quote. He said before deciding to take on a film project, you have to decide if you're basically willing to die for this thing to become real, because that's how much it will take from you. And I think that's very responsible. And I think at that level, when you're playing at that level, like Miyazaki level feature films and stuff, then that's very responsible. But I'm also just like, or you could just delude yourself. The alternative is just you just lie to yourself. One single mosquito got into my room last night and bit me like 5 times. Most greedy mosquito ever. I'm so annoyed. Just one. So my legs are itching like crazy. No, Mr. Nice Guy, tonight I'm beating up my character. Being really mean to my character. Yeah, Totoro, classic. I was looking up scenes of Howl's Moving Castle today, and now I have the urge to watch it again. I get moved by just the visuals. I'm just, yeah, wow. I'm just blown away. Like it hit me again today, just how profoundly well crafted those visuals are. See if I push this frame too much. I feel like it's better to push a frame too much than not enough, because that's just better, you know. It's better to go too far. Like, I'm starting to try and do this thing where I'm like, did I go too far? I'd rather be asking that than like, did I go far enough? With animation and also with the direction, like, directing it as well. Let's just see. And it kind of springs back from that. I think that's fair. I need to put that on. Auto break instance wasn't on. That's very risky when I don't have auto break instance on, because I can I risk just like deleting the keyframe thinking that I've just created a new instance, and then later I come back to find that the keyframe is gone. Oh, and I figured out a way to draw this knife handle in a way that didn't kill me like every time, like because it was just taking too long, and I was doing this like elaborate stuff because I wanted the weave pattern of like a samurai handle. So there's like what's it called, that it's not a katana, it's short, it's a short dagger, but it's got the same kind of form as a katana. And I was doing like the individual weave. I was actually doing the weave, you know. So I'm now just creating these diamonds along it, and I don't know if that's actually technically correct. Probably not, but it's from a distance you kind of know what it is. You can see that Japanese influence if I just do that, and it doesn't take too long, and it's just an easy little rule to remember. Although I haven't colored it yet, damn. But I'm planning on doing red inside the diamonds. I think that will work, yeah. I think here, just, I need to tuck that head in. Yeah. This one, I'll copy it just to back it up in case I ruin it. Let's tuck that in. See what that does. It's quite hard to create these like involuntary things, especially when I don't have any reference up right now of like I don't know, someone getting stabbed. Yeah, funnily enough, that's not something I can find. Now it pops up to... That's too much of a difference. No, that's silly. Well, I backed it up. Oh, wait. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if that blood is too much, you know. I mean, I want to exaggerate stuff, but I don't know. I'll just hide it for now. Maybe it's even faster if I do it that way, where I'm doing... but it came out messy. Yeah, it came out too messy, actually, doing it that way. You know, like, if you want to do a diamond pattern, it can be faster, maybe, to do, like, just this side, and then that side, like so, in theory. But as you can see, that's quite messy when I do it. I mean, that doesn't rule it out completely. If it saves me a lot of time, I'm fine with it being a bit messy. Because this animation's got to get done. It's got to get done fast. Okay, now I've got to work out what I did here with the hair. Don't get too thrashy. You know, if it's too thrashy, I get a bit tired of it. That one's a bit thrashy as well. It's probably not the right word to describe it, but let's see. I like it. Yeah, The Illusionist. That's a good movie. It's yeah, it's got very disciplined 2D animation, and it's one of those films. It was made in a time where a lot of kind of old masters from Disney, I believe, worked on it. But then it's like it was one of those films. It's like a lot of old masters were still around, so they were working on it. But also a lot of names who now are like quite famous. It was like their first film that they worked on. Like the credits list on The Illusionist is incredible. Like there's some names who were like nobodies at the time and now they're huge. Like they're really very very good. Yeah. What is going on here exactly? Proportions and stuff. Guess now I've got to rein it in a bit. Like in my first session, I was very, very loose with everything, and now I got to rein it in. Make sense of it. Oops. I've stuck the ear on, but it's not in the right place really. someone's burglar alarm outside. And it sounds like an air raid siren. Hope it's not an air raid siren. That would be bad. Then I'd have to stop animating. Or would I? There's another frame. And I just want a little bit of weightless feeling, you know, as he's in that, you know, falling through the air. He's just thinking, what happened? Come on, autosave. Can't see him in a hurry. The more breaths like that I take, the more tired I am. My frequency of deep exhales increases as I get more tired. As I drain my energy bar. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. All of a sudden I decide to draw the face differently. That's not gonna fly. Take a step back, see what's going on here. That works. Maybe it should start slowing down even here. See a few frames with missing knife there. Okay, yeah, I kind of guessed well enough. No, no. Closer. Even. Like that. And this one would be closer to that. Be nice and bouncy and springy. Have you done any work on an iPad? I was at an anime expo and seen some serious work done in Clip Studio and Dreams too. I've used a bit of Procreate, and I got to admit, it's nice. It's very nice. It's very nice. For animating things for social media, you know, small clips. I mean, I guess you can work on a large clip, and you can do it on an aeroplane. I haven't done a lot of animation on an iPad, but I've done some background painting. It was just really nice to be on an airplane and just like, you know, as soon as I get seated in my seat, just lock in on some backgrounds. I was doing some backgrounds for a commission. The textures are very, very nice in their like brushes and stuff. Really, really nice. I mean, surprisingly nice. Like they give other like professional grade software a run for their money just based on that alone. Like the brush control. Where it falls short is pipeline. Like integrating with a larger pipeline, a compositor, background editor, a storyboarding app. Like if you've got a larger pipeline or you're working collaboratively, I mean, you can, but you're on an iPad. You know, it's the fact that you are on an iPad. Like that's a plus. It's an advantage, but it's also the disadvantage. You're on your iPad. You're not on your PC. You're not on your computer. So, you know, where are your files? Like you got to transfer your files. You got your files in the cloud, and you're going to transfer them from the cloud to your iPad, back to the cloud, back to your PC. When it comes to handing stuff in, I mean, you can do it. Like you can find a way to do it, and I'm sure people do. But it's a bit daunting to leave my computer behind and just go to an iPad. Like for me, it's not really suitable. Like if I was doing this live stream, for example, like could I do what I'm doing right now on an iPad? Could I live stream my animation process? I don't think so. I don't think it would be easy. I mean, yeah, second monitor. How are you going to do that? There's just a bunch of stuff. Like it's limiting in that way. But yeah, like iPads are very popular for people learning animation, for sure. Yeah, people just getting into it because they probably already have an iPad in the house, so they don't have to go out and buy gear and invest in gear. So that's great for them. And it's also very popular with people doing it casually as a hobby. It seems to be popular with people who it's popular for social media creators as well. People who do a little bit of illustration, people who do a little bit of animation but are mainly illustrators. So when they do make some animation, it's just like little clips, maybe for Instagram and social media. Like it's very popular with people like that. So for those kind of people, yeah, it's very good, and it's probably all you need, actually. It's probably all you need. I don't know if it's as widely used for people like me who are, I'm a filmmaker, right? And I'm trying to make a film. Well, I could make a film on an iPad. Tell you what, I could make a tutorial about how to animate your first animation on an iPad, and it would get 1 million views. And all of those viewers would be people who, it would be the one and only time that they try animation. But maybe out of them, maybe there would be others who would stick around and would continue. I mean, it's a thought, it's something, it might be worth me doing, because it would be a different audience, it would be engaging with a different audience, and, you know, introducing people to something that they can do on their iPads. I mean, it's more productive than what most people do on their iPads. Most people on their iPads, they're, what, scrolling through a social media, maybe reading the news, watching the news. I mean, that's not very productive, right? You're not going to make anything, nothing's going to come of that. But all those people, all those iPad users could be making animation. Isn't that, after all, the meaning of life? It is for me. It's for this weirdo. Does he spring up a bit too soon? Yes, probably. If I have to ask it, then it is. It's just, his friend's annoying me. I'm gonna do it properly. But it's taking shape. I really should just forge ahead with the final pose, just so we've got the whole thing down, and it's not like you're not just watching me animate this half done thing. Okay, so I've got the storyboard here, and for the storyboard, oh yeah, I've recorded some reference. I should have that open. Reference footage. Yep, I lay face down on the floor. You get this reference. Oh no. Doesn't look anything like what I storyboarded. So in my reference, I'm the only one in the room, right? and the viewfinder is pointed at me so I can see if the shot is set up. So I'm not really acting because I need to check that the shot is angled right. So every now and then you just see this. Oh my god. Oh, I make myself laugh. Okay. Well, anyway, that's going on my second monitor. That's not even that useful. No, this is why I've been putting it off. I am struggling with this this pose. You can see on the storyboard that I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, what is that? Brother, what's that, brother? I don't even know how to. It's very awkward, you know, because he's like squashed up against the floor. Let's go back to this. You know what? I'm turning off the storyboard for now. I think we need one where, you know, one of those. Have you ever seen a street fight like on recorded on someone's phone or something, and like the person gets hit, and they have a really bad fall, where they like fold in half, and then they kind of hit the floor with their face. Very unpleasant. But I think, well, that's the idea, you know. The idea is that this is not a good way to go. I think these drawings are very inconsistent right now. I need to, when this stream is done, I'll spend some time cleaning them up tomorrow probably. And this is, yeah, let's just not even worry about that right now. Overall movement is more important right now. So, that in mind, it might be angled too close to yeah, it is. Right idea, but needs a correction on the angle. So this is where he loses consciousness, I guess. He loses consciousness before he hits the ground. What does that look like? Good work. That could work. It looks about right. It does look like someone getting knocked out, I think. They don't exactly go completely limp, right? They kind of people who get knocked out on their feet, they're kind of stiff. Yeah, stiff. They go stiff. I wonder if people who died go stiff. I don't know. Not an expert in the matter. Pretty dark stuff, but you know, trying to get out of my comfort zone, explore something a bit different. I'm taking the audience with me. Head size is way too small. Back leg is missing. Take that. What else? The overall torso could be shortened here. Just fiddling. The necessary fiddling. Only necessary fiddling though. I'm not sure about this expression or anything. do like a drawing. I prefer this drawing. Oy, oy, oy. Don't know if I can stream for much longer. I'm so tired. Feel like this guy. Well, it's better than the other one. maybe like, it's going to be painful to draw this one. I'm just going to draw it really rough, just to feel it. I should put the shoulder in to the face. Yeah, yes. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, interesting. takes so long for someone to fall. There's so many poses you gotta hit before they come to a rest. You know, like look at that. It just doesn't look natural because he hasn't bounced around enough, you know? It's getting there, but it needs one or two more poses to just kind of bounce around, the limbs to move a little bit. I know it's technically wrong for his arms to be drooped so low, but I kind of like how it feels for the arms to hang down. Maybe I should tone it down a bit. I just like how it feels when those arms drop. Oh, I don't think it's causing any harm. Oh, yeah. Tired. What's going on with the hand here? I reckon 2 more poses. think I'm yawning a lot now. So I think I'll call it very soon. Maybe I can draw one more. It's cartoony. Yeah, the perspective is a bit too cartoony there. Hopefully this knife isn't traveling around too much. We'll find out after this frame. Oh yeah, you see it travel down. So we've got to adjust. Oh, right, yeah, I remember what I was doing with this one. I was gonna bounce the head again. All right. Yeah, the bounce looking good now. Needs at least two. Let's adjust the timing a bit. And I think that part there needs some in-betweens. It's on 4s and 5s here. So I'll do that tomorrow. And I think just to top it off at the end, a redrawing here. So we'll just do a quick redrawing and then I'll call it a day. Because I'm very tired. Because I think it's because of the intensity, you know, just no breaks. I haven't had any breaks for 2 hours. Yeah. There you go. And then it needs a bit of stillness for the next shot. We haven't done the background and stuff. The background's going to be kind of important because it's going to be on a tilt, which will look, I think that will look nice. And there's some things I'm going to adjust about it, you know, proportions and, you know, getting the frames to look right. I haven't added the tie as well, so like right now it's just the little knot bit at the collar, and I'm gonna do that on a separate layer. So that means the tie can do whatever it likes, you know. It can be like this. Wow, that was a big slog, big batch of work. we've got 51 drawings there. I probably did about 20 today. And this was the one from the last stream. Quite satisfying to watch that one. Yeah, I can't show too much because I don't want to create more spoilers. And I want this project to be a bit of a surprise to people when it comes out. Thank you for the compliment of my facial hair. I want to get the Salvador Dali the whiskers. I want to get grow the whiskers out. I think that would look fun. Add to my character, you know, the visual character. Right, yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you watching. I was very productive because I didn't want to slack off in front of people. So thanks for witnessing that. And yes, I think we got a lot done in this stream. Yeah. And yep, check out animatingguild.com if you haven't already. We've got an offer still on the bird flight course over there, but it's the offer is right now, if you buy within this week the bird flight course, if you want to sign on to the bird flight course, you can get you can join our focus group, and in our focus group you can get tailored feedback from me on your exercises and assignments. So red pen feedback, if that's something that interests you. But also we've got a variety of different learning resources on Animator Guild. We've got some free tools for you to use, things like the scheduling app, drawing timer, aspect ratio calculator, things like that, which you can use, and they're designed to be tools for animators to benefit from. Anyway, I'm going to end it there. See you in the next one.